What is up, everyone? This is Taylor Auto Works, European Performance. This is a 2016 Passat R-Line. We're doing some rear brakes. Let's get it. So first off, when you're going to jack up the vehicle, let's find the pinch welds underneath the vehicle to do these rear brakes. Yep, we found them. All right, put the jack stands up after you jack it off. We got these little covers. Take off the wheel. I usually use a pick for this, like this. So I just pop them off right there. Now we're going to use the impact 17-inch socket. Let's rip these wheels off. Once we get that goddamn wheel off, we got that little torque screw right there to hold in the rotor. We got the 2 screws holding in the caliper. All right, so let's take these Johnnies off. Also, we're using a 13 wrench for this. So I didn't show it in the video, but usually I grab a screwdriver and I pry on the caliper. Don't forget to take off the e-brake mounting. So let's take these pads off. Just squeeze them out. Yep. Once you get those rear pads off, we got the 2 mounting bolts for the bracket right there. They are 14-inch Torx triple squares. Get a long ratchet. They're super hard to do, so yeah. There's the bolt for the mounting bracket. They're kind of hard to get off. There's the second one. Just take your time on them. They're super seasoned in there. They'll creak a lot. Just make sure you're holding your ratchet. Don't break your ratchet in there, because I wouldn't want to know how to get those out, extracting it. So now we got the bracket off. There's the bracket. We got that Torx right there. Usually I use an impact driver for that, but I don't have the Torx bit for my impact driver. So we're going to do my impact with the Torx on it. Yeah, be careful doing this. Once you get that screw off, you can use a hammer to get the rotor off. Mine was pretty loose. I just grab it and it comes right off. So let's clean the mating surface of the rotor and the hub with this tool I have, Milwaukee tool with the little pad on it. Guys, always make sure when you're doing brakes, clean off these mating surfaces, please. I'm begging you. Now we got it all cleaned up. Let's we got to clean up the bracket also, but let's do the sliding pins. Let's grease them all up. Just wipe them off. Wipe the old grease off. I forgot to record this part. I already did it. So I got my grease right here. I dipped my pin in it. I'm going to show you anyways. Just wipe off the excess. Don't want a whole bunch on there because you could lock up the pins. Put them on there, and remember where you took those sliding pins off of too. So now that we did the pins, let's do the pads. I usually put some grease on the ends of the pads so they slide in the bracket better and helps with the heat, so they keep sliding and doing what they need to do. Now let's get ourselves some brake clean from O'Reilly's. Spray that rotor off, get her real clean there. Yep, get her all clean. Flip it to the other side. Let's get that side cleaned. Yep, spray her down and she's ready to go on the car. Now we got it on the car. We got to put the mounting screw back in with the Torx gun. I usually thread it by hand though. I don't want to strip it. Ugh, yeah, get her in there. Whoa, it's turning on me. Don't ever do this. I shouldn't be doing this, but it's whatever. I got my brake caliper tool right here to turn in the brake caliper. Some of them you twist in, some of them you press in. Kind of a pain in the ass. This one is probably going to be a pain in the ass. So, yep, here's the tool I'm using. You just put it in the grooves and you just twist along. Just twist away. So once you twist it in that caliper, let's put the bracket back on. We got the bolts right there. So let's get on and tighten up the bolts. And then we put the pads back in, all greased up. And the calipers next. Once you put your caliper back on, just fiddle around along with it. Got to put the bolts back in on the caliper, tighten her down. And then, yeah, everything's assembled right there for the brakes. Got the pads, rotors, bracket, everything. Once you got the car back on the ground, you torque the wheels, tighten it all up, hit those caps back on. We go inside the car and let's just pump the brake pedal a couple times till it starts feeling hard again. Usually it goes all the way to the floor, and that's all. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow. Hell yeah.